So make yourself comfortable, whatever that means for you tonight. Just allow yourself to begin the journey into relaxation, to begin the journey into the center of self, the essence nature, and allow that to be smooth and quiet. Just let yourself be where you are, whether you're lying or sitting or standing if that's what you want to do at the moment. Whatever feels right in your body. Take some time for the human body to begin to relax. So we're going to begin the way we begin. We're going to begin with a few ohms. This is Tara.
And this is Bill.
And together we are Cosmic Water. So we're going to begin with a few ohms. And we're going to go into, yes we are, we're going to go into G. C. So allow a few breaths to come and go, bringing your awareness to your breath. Feeling the cool air passing through your nostrils, up to the top of the nostrils, the top of the sinuses, and flowing down into your lungs, allowing yourself to relax while inhaling. Feel the whole chest, the torso, the pelvis expand and contract. Allow this to be soft and easy, a nice soft long inhale. Hold for just a moment, we'll begin. Invoking Ganesha, the Lord of our root of the pelvic floor, our grounding, our connection with the earth. The dancing Ganesha, lithe on his feet, but weighty, solid and grounded. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. The Lord of cosmic waters. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. Om Namo Narayana. The blessing mantra. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhunatu. Saviram Karavavai. Tejasvinavaditamastu. Change you want to see in this world. Namo Sadava, Swagatam Sadava. Welcome all you good and beautiful people, and may you find blessings upon your journey.
Welcome, friends.
Okay, so let's begin our practice with our breath to continue to focus our awareness on the breath. Now I'm going to ask you to do one of two things. Either I'm going to ask you to come to a seat. However, I'm going to ask you to recline backwards onto your hands or onto your elbows. So if you're lying down, you might just want to slide your palms and your elbows underneath your shoulders and allow yourself to come up towards seating. It doesn't have to be all the way. We want to still be back, but have your legs extended in front of you. In fact, you're going to want to draw the knees towards yourself with the feet flat on the surface in front of you. And just find a place where you're comfortable like this for a few moments. We're going to, Andrew, if you could turn your camera down just a little bit so I can kind of see what you're doing, so I can give you some direction here. I want to, oh, that looks fine. That looks fine. This is all we need for this, okay? Make your head comfortable here. If you want to support your head and be that far back, that's fine, but you kind of want to use the head as part of this. So if you want to support the back of the head as a rotation point, that's fine, okay? But the head's, we want to allow the head to be free. So bring your feet flat on the surface as close as you can into you. And we're going to begin with the right foot. So slowly, we only want to slide it out maybe 10 inches. Slowly, keeping the bottom of the foot on the surface, slide it out maybe 10 inches or so. And once you're there, allow the heel to pivot, for the foot to lift, the toes to begin to lift, and then make a fist with the toes. And then slowly undo the fist with the toes. Release the bottom of the foot back onto the surface and slide the foot back towards your pelvis. And when it's in a comfortable place, with the foot still on the surface, just lift the toes. So the foot's on the surface and only the toes are lifting a little bit. And then slowly let the toes down, slide the foot out again, 10 inches, 12 inches, whatever's comfortable. We don't want to go to an extended knee. We really want to feel this in the back. So let your head relax, let your jaw relax, let your body relax, and you can be any place that's comfortable. We want to slowly allow the foot to slide out and lift and gently make a fist. And then extend the toes long once again as the foot is rotating on the heel back down and slowly drawing back towards your pelvis. And then just lift the toes so you can feel the ball mounds under the toes become heavier into the floor as the toes lift. Begin to notice the sensations, how your foot will change. Let your neck slide. Maybe it wants to go one way, maybe your head wants to go back as you push one way. Or just try it. Just try opening up as you slide the foot out. And then maybe allowing the chin to come down as you draw the foot back in. And the opposite. Just notice the changes in your body. Now, I used to do these a lot at Studio 8. And I'd have people sit, we do it with the arms down, and just lift their chin as far as they could comfortably look, mark a spot on the sky, and then or on the ceiling. And then after we did these, they'd be like, wow, they would just be shocked at how much further, just a few of these. So, but we're not going to do that. We're just interested in the sensation. You guys know this stuff kind of feels good in your body and it works, so we don't have to do the party tricks. But there's a lot of party tricks in somatics where we can get people to just improve. And this is one of the big ones. This is one I really like. People can barely lift their head and they do a few of these and they're, oh my God. It gets into the middle of your back. It gets up underneath your shoulders. Allow the sensation of the shoulders interacting with the leg. And then you can switch legs. If you start with the right, begin with the left. This is a really nice way to begin a morning too. So when you get out of bed, just get on the floor, do it in bed. Might want to try lifting up a little bit higher, see if that feels differently. So make sure you relax and allow the spine to adjust to the movement. This is what it's about. And the foot, the connection of the foot to the floor and the movement of the foot is a huge part of the reaction of our spine. Okay, we got some demonstrators in here. All right, you guys show them how to do this. Slow and easy. We're sliding the foot out and rotating on the heel. We're making a fist with the toes. Not a tight fist, just feel the bottom of the foot arch. That's the important thing. And then slowly allow, feel the bottom of the arch unwind. That's what really affects the back. That's what we really feel, is that transmission. Those are some really tight springs in the bottom of the feet. It's all part of moving. When we can get those to move smoothly, our whole body changes. Walking should be on springs. You should feel that lift in the feet. Things like this begin to connect the entire frame of the body with the bottom of the foot. Breathe. Keep part of your awareness on your breath. Allow the breath to be central. And you don't have to breathe in a pattern with this, just breathe smoothly and slowly. Allow it to be autonomic. Just watch the breath, notice that it's there and how it affects the movement, how it affects the sensation. These aren't difficult movements, these are movements to feel deep in, and then go ahead and let that go and extend yourself long. Lay down, burdened child. Lay it out anywhere comfortable. We're going to focus more on the yin side of things tonight. We're going to be in a yin pose almost the whole time, various yin poses, not the same pose. And we're going to do very gentle movements from within these shapes. But just begin to listen, feel, sense the weight of your body on the floor. Imagine the floor, or whatever surface you're lying on, as accepting you, as hugging you. Seems like every night around this time they start, whenever we do this, it's the only time. Continue. Of course, this is part of the yogic process, is to just allow all that to just flow right through you. It's just sounds. Actually, the whole yoga process is, at least nada yoga, the yoga of sound, is allowing the sound to pass through you. And work is the metaphor for thoughts that just rise and fall away, rise and fall away. You have no control over them, just like you have no control over the thoughts. So we begin with the sound, following sound, encapsulating the sound, being on the other side of the sound. The other side is the stillness and the quiet, the silence. Find that quiet and silence in your body. Feel, just through comparative body awareness, do your legs feel similarly on the floor? Does the left leg feel as long as the right? Is the point of the toes, the angle of the ankle? Make these comparisons. The toes, the connections of the toes to your awareness. Can you feel the big toes on both feet? Can you feel the little toes on both feet? And bring that awareness up from your heels, up to your calves. Begin to notice, sense the difference between the bottom of your calves, supporting some of the weight of the legs, feeling the steadiness, the sturdiness of the floor. And the top of the legs, open to spaciousness. Perhaps there's clothing on top. You can feel the clothing. These are all from the external sensations, the feeling of touch, the awareness, the external awareness. Now bring yourself internal. How do the muscles feel in the calf? The bone, how's the bone situated? Can you move your big toe and feel the muscles of the calf move around the bone staying still and the muscles sliding past? Become acquainted with the bones of your body, especially the bones that support weight, the legs, the feet, the pelvis, the spine. Become familiar from the inside. Feel that line of the calf come into the knee. Notice where the knee is with respect to the ground. Is there space? Does this knee feel the same as the other knee? Once again, just moving your big toe. See if you can feel the sensation in the knee joint from just the big toe. Other toes are going to move. Don't fret if other things happen. See if you can feel the knee from the outside. Does that change with respect to the floor as you move the toe? Maybe. But from the inside, how does it feel? Can you feel a sensation that's perhaps similar to or different than the sensation we felt in the calf? And then allow your awareness to come up into the thighs. The same thing, noticing the external, the part of the thigh that's in connection with the floor. The upper part of the thigh, open to spaciousness. And in between, a whole different sensory perception is required. Become aware of the difference. We almost require movement to sense our body. Allow that to happen. Maybe you have to move your ankle a little bit now to feel the muscles of the thigh, or maybe not. Everybody's going to be different here. See if you can feel the muscles in the thigh move around the bone in the thigh. All the way into the sensation of the pelvis. And similarly on the other side. Begin to feel the contact of the left heel, the left thigh. Once again, moving gently the left big toe, so you can feel the difference between the inside and the outside, the way we sense. The very map that we have, the internal map that we have of the internal and external. When is the last time that you reflectively updated your map? And then bring the awareness to the knee on the left side. Inner and outer. Top and bottom. And the sides. Notice to the sides. Up into the femur. Maybe you're moving just the ankle a little bit. The heel's heavy, moving the ankles. You can feel the bones of the leg move underneath the muscles. We're not really using the muscles of the legs, but the bone has to move. You can feel. It's such a luscious sensation. And sometimes it helps if you're on the femur, just the weight of the hand on top, it helps you to feel the bone underneath, the movement of the bone. Into the pelvis. And now allow both ankles to move just a little bit together, and see if you can feel that awareness in the hip joints comparatively, comparing the left and the right side with this very easy movement, building this body map of what is moving, what is not moving, what is necessary for movement, what is trying to help, what is not at all helpful. And then bring the sensation from the other direction. Bring your breath into your pelvis. Allow your pelvis to do its movement with the breath. And see if you can feel that movement in the hip joints. And see if you can feel that movement propagating in the bones of the legs downward. And the muscles still relax. This has nothing to do with the leg muscles. See if you can feel the bone now being energized, potentiated from the breath downward. It's a very different way to feel your body. You can feel the potentiation from the feet. We can feel the potentiation from the breath and from the weight of the body. And allow this awareness of your breath to start to come up from where the spine and the pelvis meet, the sacrum and the tailbone. Feel the tailbone. See if you can feel your tailbone. What can you do to feel your tailbone? Can you move your tailbone? Some people can feel their tailbone move. Some people can move their tailbone. Most people have all of the nerves and all of the muscles to move their tailbone. And if you can, just bring your awareness to the tailbone. Even if you're not exactly sure where it is, just bring your awareness to it and breathe. Just focus on that area. See if you don't begin to notice some movement from just the awareness. And even if you don't feel the tailbone, begin to bring the awareness of your breath expanding into your pelvis, to your spine, and start to feel the movement of the vertebrae slowly and easily. You can feel each vertebrae moving with respect to its neighbors to the north and to the south. If you can allow that movement to begin to distribute even further all the way up the spine. Continuing to bring awareness to the heels of the feet. You can continue to feel how the bones and the muscles can move separately. We're not trying to actively move our body through space. All of the big muscles should be totally quiet. They're only good for moving through space. We're still and silent. Then bring the awareness to the back of your head. Feel your jaw relax. Allow your jaw to relax down towards your chin. Soften in your eyes. Soften in your eyes, but imagine that you're seeing through your eyelids, or you can open your eyes. Allow your jaw to be parallel to the surface that you're lying on, so you're not lifting your jaw. And slowly and easily bring your awareness to the base of your tongue. Whatever that means to you, to the base of your tongue. And slowly begin to slide the base of your tongue to the left, just your tongue, becoming aware of the sensations. How far down, it's not the tip, and then back to neutral slowly with your tongue. Just do that a couple times, slowly to the left, feeling sensation. And then back to neutral. And now allow your tongue, the base of the tongue, where can you feel the base of your tongue slide to the right? And slowly back. Very slow movement, very deep movement. So you can feel this movement. Wow, we're lost again. So the movement of your tongue. And then bring that back to a neutral place.
Through space and time.
And now, just move your tongue, the base of your tongue to the left. Open your eyes or keep your eyes closed and allow your eyes to track your tongue to the left with your head still stationary. We've got crappy internet right now.
Through space and
And slowly back so you can feel the sensations down through the center of your body. Your tongue is the end of what's called the deep front line, which goes all the way down to your arch, all the way up your inner legs, into your psoas, up through your diaphragm, all the way up. So This is quite the map here. This is the map of survival. Back and forth with the eyes and the tongue, and then rest. And then the eyes and the tongue with the head and the body stationary, going the other way. This is deep, deep primal movement. Right? This is our worm. This is our metabolizing worm, right down through the middle of our body. The only purpose for moving through space is to move that worm from one place to another to feed. In touch with that deep part of yourself. Feel it from the tongue and the eyes. Right? The eyes are the beacon of that movement. The tongue is the purpose. And bring that to a stillness. And now, we're going to take this even a little bit further. So as you allow your base of your tongue and your eyes to move to the left, allow your head to gently roll to the right, continuing to breathe smooth without conscious effort if possible. See how that restricts perhaps the movement back to neutral, just slowly and easily. Through space and time. These are neural patterns that we're pretty much born with. And after a couple times of that, let that go. And begin to sense how your body feels from that movement. Just getting a mental map of the sensations. And then go to the other side. The eyes and the tongue moving towards the right. And the head itself rolling to the left. And these take a lot of just kind of like rubbing your belly and patting your head kind of thing. And it's just a matter of allowing your body to practice a few times, and it picks it up very quickly and easily. This is that deep learning. This is the deep learning that practice brings, that only practice can bring. And it's not just doing it over and over again mindlessly, it's bringing your full awareness and joy and curiosity into the practice. It's like learning any musical instrument, and of course the human body is a musical instrument among other things. But it's something we can learn to play, it's something we can learn to dance with. So be graceful through this breathing. It's all a dance. And then go ahead and let that go. Comparing the map now with the map previously, but not as a cognitive exercise, just as an intuitive exercise. A purely sensory, without storifying exercise. I really start to like this word, storify. It's what the ego is, it's a storyfier. It's a useful tool. Sometimes stories save us, and sometimes they bring us suffering. All right, so now, wow, that was like a really long yin pose there, lying flat on your back, but that is a yin pose. It's called Shavasana. Let's now bring our knees to standing. And bring your legs really far apart. Okay, make space if you're lying in the bed. Maybe move a little bit to the right side of the bed for now. Or right in the center if it's big enough so that you can allow your legs and your body to go in opposite directions. But move your legs comfortably far apart. And begin to allow the legs to drift to the left, both legs together. Just slowly and back. Just organize for the movement before we do the movement.
Space and time.
It's all about that deep organization. You might even want to feel that in your tongue. See if you can feel this movement in that same place we were just moving, in the tongue. And maybe even your eyes want to respond. Slowly allow the legs to come out. You can allow the arms to extend, and eventually what we want to do is come in to a position that we can hold for some period of time with the legs to the side. You can support the back of your head, or maybe even better, the back of the neck. Or whatever. There you go. There you go. Allow the legs to come over the side. So more or less our legs are kind of in a stag pose. So maybe the right knee is closer to the left heel. And if we need to support our legs here to find the comfort, go ahead and do that. The movement we're going to do is a very, very different movement. So from this position, bring your awareness to the inside edge of the right foot.
Space and time.
See if you can find a place where the inside edge of your right foot can lie on the surface you're lying on comfortably. And adjust the knee and any supports under your right knee in order to make that happen. If you have to move the knees closer together, whatever you have to do in your body, really make yourself comfortable. And you can come more over onto your side if you want. We don't have to be flat on our back. If you want to bring a blanket or a support under the right side to help you a little bit to the left there, if that feels better, that's fine too. But with our awareness on the inner arch of the right foot, feel the weight of the foot. And allow the weight of the foot to become a little bit heavier, the inner edge of the right foot to become heavier, so that we begin to feel an engagement to lift the knee. So we can feel the inner edge of the left foot becoming heavier, but we also feel the outer edge of the right foot drifting towards the floor as the right knee organizes to lift just a little off whatever surface it's comfortably resting on, and then slowly back down. And just slow and easy several times. We don't want to do a lot. We just want to feel the connection with our body and see if you can feel the connection between the right hip and the left shoulder. As you organize, how does the weight change on your back? How does the weight change on the back of your pelvis? Just several times and let it lie back down for several moments. And begin to bathe in the sensations of that. This can be a very deep movement for people. And now bring your awareness to the outer edge of your left foot. Feel the weight of the foot on the floor. And bring your awareness to the left knee. Breathing soft and easy, at peace and still and relaxed and calm. Begin to feel the left knee being drawn a little bit towards the sky, and the inner edge of the left foot being drawn slightly towards the floor. So engaging on the inner edge of the left leg. And then slowly let all that go. And we don't have to lift. We don't even have to physically organize. Just bringing our awareness to it begins to potentiate those patterns. Allow that to repeat several times without being repetitive. Space and then let that movement go and just repose for a few moments. If you want to move out of that shape, that's fine also. It's a yin shape. If it's comfortable, fine. If it becomes uncomfortable, resituate yourself. Yoga should never be about torture. But now go ahead and unwind from this pose. Allow your body to lengthen. Through space and time. Space and then allow your knees to come to standing once again. Widen your legs a bit and allow your legs to begin to drift over towards the right side now. Try to come towards that stag leg shape, but once again support your body and find the ease, find the comfort, find the repose. Space and time. Begin to find the inner edge of now your left foot, the inner arch. Through space and time. Then bring your awareness to the left knee. Continuing to breathe smoothly and easily. Your full awareness is on the left knee, beginning to rise. And the outer edge of the left foot, beginning to seek the surface you're lying on. Through space and time. And several times. Organize, perhaps lift just a little bit through space and time. Through space and time. Perhaps becoming aware of any differences on this side than from the other side, which are always to be expected. And after you've repeated this without being repetitive several times, allow yourself just to assume this shape, moving deeper into the shape if that feels right, or backing off a little bit if that feels right. And then begin to bring your awareness to the right leg, to the right foot, to the outer edge of the right foot. Just feeling the outer edge of the right foot on the surface. Maybe a gentle movement to the toes or the ankle. Just feeling for ease. Always feeling for ease. And bringing the awareness to the right knee, the inner right knee. Part of the awareness on the breath. And begin to feel the inner right knee organizing to lift towards the ceiling. And the outer edge of the right foot conspiring to make that happen. Space and time. Allow that to happen a few times, soft and easy. Through space and time. Space and time. And just a few times for sensation, for awareness, maybe feeling the effect of the opposite shoulder and how the weight shifts in your body just in organizing. And then let it go and stay in the shape, moving deeper into or further out of whatever is right for you in this moment. Space and time. Let's give ourselves another moment or two here, another breath or two. And allow yourself to organize, to unwind once again onto your back. Just noticing any differences in the way that you're lying on the floor from earlier to now, from left to right, from top to bottom. The relationship of the front of your body to open space and the back of your body to the earth. And begin to embody the very center of your 5 lines, the center of your legs, the center of your torso, the center of your arms. Also occupying that circle, embodying that circle at the top. And now let's allow our legs to come to standing once again. And now reach your left arm out to the left side. And begin to allow both legs to begin to drift to the left as you bring your right arm over to the left, bringing yourself onto the left side of your body with your knees bent. However is comfortable for you. Support your head, support your body. We're going to be on our side for a while now, so experiment for a few moments. Find a place that you can hold where you've come to a parlay with gravity. Neither feeling a pull forward nor a pull backwards. Just allow yourself to begin to inhabit this. Now, allow your left leg to come a little bit further forward as you allow your right leg to extend backwards. It's like you're pressing your heel slowly backwards just to lengthen the leg. So allow the right leg to lengthen, but a little bit more towards the back of the body. And do this slowly. Allow it to slide or glide along whatever surface you're on, feeling the friction, maybe noticing any chatter from the friction or just chatter in your body. And this is a somatic movement, so slowly begin to draw the right knee back in a little bit. Maybe the left knee wants to come a little bit more forward for stabilization. Allow your body to find that center. So several times. You don't have to extend the leg long, and you can allow it to come further back or forward further or straight down. But see if you can feel how your body changes its perspective with the surface that you're lying on and the surface that's open to spaciousness. Just several times, slow and easy, feeling that movement from the heel into the pelvis, into the hips. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. then go ahead and bring that to stillness. And you can leave it long if you like and stay in that pose, or bring it to any place that's comfortable. That right leg. Let it go. 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 And now, I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness to the inner edge of the left foot. And this may be a little bit more of a challenge, because now I'm going to ask you to begin to organize to lift the inner edge of the left foot towards the sky. And it may not lift, and that's fine. It's more about the organization. Just notice how this feels. Let it go. 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 And then go ahead and allow that movement to cease. And allow yourself just to repose in open awareness. Just becoming aware of everything, internal, superficial, external. Just allow it all to pass through. Acknowledged but pass through. Let it go. 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 And now you may want to bring the right knee a little bit closer, because I'm going to ask you to do the same thing with the right foot, except now we're going to gently begin to lift the outer edge of the right foot towards the ceiling, or at least organize towards that. Let it go. 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 Just several times here. This can be a very interesting movement for people. I think I've had you do this with your knees more bent before. This is a very different experience. Let it go. 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 Let it go now. Let that movement stop and repose for a few moments in the effervescence of that movement in your pelvis and your hip. You can begin after a few breaths to come onto your back once again. And either leave your knees standing and together or legs long. Just give yourself a few moments here. Begin to notice once again the relationship between the back and the surface you're lying on, the front and open spaciousness, and the 5 sticks in the circle, the center of your limbs, the center of your torso, and your head. Bring your knees to standing once again. Extend the right arm out to the side. Draw the left hand across the chest towards the right hand and allow yourself to roll onto your side in a comfortable place. Once again, find that place where gravity and you have reached an agreement on where you can lie without feeling any forces to roll your body. Feel the connection between the right side of your body and the earth, the left side of your body, and open spaciousness. Once again, perhaps as you begin to extend your left leg long behind you a little bit. Perhaps the right knee wants to come up a little bit more. If so, allow that. But begin to organize at least to extend the left leg long. Away from your head and perhaps behind you just a little bit. Several times, feeling the friction. And whenever it feels right to you, you can allow the leg to stay extended or any place that's comfortable and repose on your side for a few moments. Once again, drawing a map, a sensory map of lying on our right side. Left leg extended long, right knee bent. How does this feel? Where can I let a little bit more go? Checking in with my jaw, checking in with my eyes. Where can I let a little bit more go? And now, just bring the awareness to the left foot, the inner edge of the left foot, the outer edge of the left knee. And just allow the outer edge of the left knee to organize to lift towards the sky, feeling the weight change on the inner edge of the foot. Just to organize a few times, just to feel the difference. And once again, we don't really have to move here. A little movement at the end, and then to feel how we can sink into our body as we begin to relax. Feel this kind of suction into ourselves as we relax, especially in that joint. Allow it to relax into itself. Then allow your awareness to come to the outer edge of that same leg. The outer edge of the same foot, the left foot. And now slowly begin to imagine that outer edge of the foot begins to organize, to lift towards the sky. Slowly. Movement is not necessary. Sensing, feeling. And then let that go, relaxing. And then bring your awareness to the inner right knee and feel the outer edge of the right foot. Notice how it's lying. If there's a way you can allow it to become more comfortable, to bear a little bit more weight as you allow that outer edge of the right foot to become heavier and the inner edge of the left knee become lighter as it organizes to gently lift off the ground. Just organizing. Where can you let go? Is your jaw trying to help? Or your shoulders trying to help? The shoulders may roll a little bit as the leg organizes. Your whole body may roll. There'll be movement. Allow that to be distributed throughout your entire body. Try not to create any places that bottleneck that flow. Let it flow. And then go ahead, after a few times of that movement, that repeated movement without repetition, allow it to come to a cease, and allow yourself to just embody awareness of this position. Allowing everything that comes into the senses, internal, at the interface, and external. Allow all those to be equal. All those to be the same. All those to be acknowledged and allowed to pass on their way. Thoughts, emotions, feelings of cold, feelings of heat, feelings of discomfort, feelings of joy, allow them to come and go. If the discomfort's pain, don't let it just go. Do something about it. But allow all those disturbances that will continue to arise and fall away. You can't stop them. You can just become unreactive. Acknowledge, but without reaction. Something may need a reaction. But that requires discernment. And only through observation can we develop that level of discernment. So when you're ready, roll onto your back for the last scan and for the last rest. While we chant, let it go. Let it go. go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Let it go, let it go. Let the peace flow back deep in your soul. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, shanti, Om Namaskaram.